You've probably seen all the productivity advice, time blocking, early morning routines, Notion setups, but what if, without this one crucial thing, all of that is basically pointless? If you've been feeling stuck recently, this might be what you're missing. It's something I've been working on over the past 9 years, and I'm no productivity expert, but I do genuinely believe that this is the foundation that makes all productivity techniques effective. I like to call it brain fuel. In this video, I'm going to break down the 4 core elements of brain fuel, how it contributes to your well-being, and even back some elements with research to emphasize their importance. If you implement all of these, it will actually set you up to stay focused and to be productive. Before we dive in, what exactly is brain fuel? Well, it's not some planner, it's not productivity apps or some crazy 5 AM routine. It's taking care of your body and your health. Because let's face it, if you don't take care of your body properly and is running low on energy, no productivity advice is going to help. Okay, so let's start with the first element and understand that the brain is powered by the body. It should go without saying that without good food and proper nutrition, the brain won't be able to function as effectively. We don't take much time to consider it, but the brain is working so hard and we should be taking care of it. Take a look at a snippet from this research. You can see that the brain utilizes a large amount of energy which comes from the foods that we eat. This helps the brain to control its functions. From this research, you can probably already start to notice an indirect link between eating good foods and increased levels of productivity. Let's consider this analogy. Imagine your body to be like a car, and the brain to be like an engine. If you don't give it enough fuel, which would be the food in this case, then the car won't be driving properly. You'll even get alerts within your dashboard to tell you that something isn't going quite right with the car and it requires your immediate attention. Translating this analogy, your body will start sending signals to the brain telling it that there isn't something right going on with the body. This could be for a multitude of reasons. It could be due to low blood sugar levels and fatigue, it could be low concentration and focus, it could also be mood fluctuations and stress. And these are not conducive enough for good levels of productivity, which is what you're after. Which is why it's so important to listen to your body when there are signs like this going on so that you can tackle the issue when they arise. And as much as you would like to turn a blind eye to this and push through, you can't do that because eventually it will catch up to you and it could result in the body experiencing a lot worse symptoms. I want to share with you my personal example. So growing up, when I was going through school, I didn't eat very good. And I never had this concept of trying to have good nutrition because I was done with that stuff. And I never really had energy after school. I would be tired and I'd be taking naps. I wouldn't even have energy and drive to study for exams. And getting good grades wasn't enough of a motivational factor. And me not knowing much about nutrition and implementing it, I realize now that those were probably signs of low brain fuel that I was experiencing. So it's worth noting that good eating habits now will carry you a lot further later on in your life and allow you to consistently stay productive and achieve your goals. Now that you are aware of how the body affects the brain, the second element of brain fuel is very closely linked because sleep has restoration abilities. Sleep is so vital for the body because it allows it to rest. Now, when you are resting, there are so many biological processes that take place which allow the body to engage in daily activities. Now, going right back to the car analogy, sleep would be considered like oil. And if there isn't enough oil in the car, the quality of the engine, i.e. your brain, will be very poor. And this could be leading to a lot of different symptoms such as low cognitive abilities, lack of focus and concentration, and also a lack of memory retention. And can you see how this already starts to impact your productivity levels? If you're someone who is working a normal job, things like sleep deprivation can cause you to not be your best at work, and it can impact your performance at work, like it did to these Americans that there was a study on. But on the flip side, if you do sleep well, like the people in Germany that a study took place in, then not only will your productivity increase, but there is actually a chance that your income could also increase, which is a massive motivational factor. So essentially, if you focus on getting the recommended amount of sleep throughout the day, which is between 7 to 9 hours, then it will allow you to keep up with your days of work. Sleep proves to be a very crucial component of your health, and without getting enough of it, it will put your body at risk of other health conditions. So now that we got the first two elements of brain fuel down, the third one focuses on action, because fitness builds productive habits. So focusing on fitness builds healthy habits. Why is that the case? Well, when you exert yourself and you work hard, you are a lot more conscious about what you eat and how much rest you're giving your body, because you don't want that effort to go to waste. Making it a part of your routine and lifestyle consistently will allow you to improve on other skills such as discipline and resilience, which are key components when it does come to productivity. Now, when you are engaging in life activities, for example, studying for exams and cleaning up your room, it allows you to see things through right to the very end, because fitness helps you to build that resilience, and you want to make sure that you're getting those things done. And as you continue to develop on this skill and you start to see a lot of progress, it motivates you to start taking on more tasks and trying to complete them as well. Since I've been working on fitness for 9 years now, I've noticed an increase in energy levels at times as well. For example, earlier this year, I was part of a 9-week training program at a tech recruitment agency, and some weeks they would have 9 to 5s, and I had to commit myself to this program as well, and I had to also make sure that I was getting my workouts in, which I actually proved to myself I was able to do. I was still getting my workouts in 4 times a week, and I would still have energy afterwards to do my work. And the reason I was able to deal with this is because I was able to build up resilience and discipline throughout the way, and it allowed me to continue doing all of these things alongside, a 9 to 5. So this is something I noticed with my own fitness journey. It helped me so much. And the reason I was able to stay motivated and get my workouts in is because fitness helps to release dopamine and serotonin, which help you to stay focused and keep you motivated. They're considered to be the feel-good hormones for your body. And so if you do have that level of motivation and drive, it can be translated into other areas of your life, which can in turn lead to increased levels of productivity, which is exactly what you're looking for. So then this leads me on to the final component of brain fuel, which emphasizes on preventing burnout by incorporating stress relieving techniques. So it was news to me, but did you know that burnout is not a medical condition? In fact, the World Health Organization has its own definition for it, and it basically says that burnout is a syndrome conceptualized as resulting from chronic workplace stress that has not been successfully managed. When your body experiences burnout, there are a lot of hormonal changes that occur within your body which can lead to symptoms such as sleep deprivation, and this is caused by increased levels of adrenaline, and it wears down the nervous system to the point that it can't really react to it too well. You then have increased levels of stress, and this is caused by the hormone cortisol, and if these levels aren't managed, then it can lead to a variety of other health problems. And then you also have lack of motivation. That's caused by a decrease of dopamine, which again is due to stress. So all of these need to be managed in a healthy way, because it will allow you to stay focused, and it will also protect your body. And having a few activities that you are engaging in outside of work can really help with this. So it might be worth spending some time by yourself to look at the things that you enjoy doing and start indulging in things that really take your mind off stress. And with reduced stress, your mind can focus on healthier habits and in turn be a lot more productive. So now that you are aware of the 4 core elements of brain fuel, they're not just some hacks or some shortcuts, they're foundations that your body requires, because if your body isn't well taken care of, then no amount of productivity or routines will be able to help with that. The truth is, productivity doesn't start with planners or apps, it starts with the amount of energy that you are giving your brain, because that's the core that your body requires in order to be able to do all of the activities in the first place. So if you have been feeling stuck recently, you've been unfocused and you've been drained, maybe it isn't due to laziness, maybe you're just low on brain fuel. So the best part about all of this is you can pick 1 or 2 things that you want to improve on. It doesn't have to be all at once. If you want to get more sleep, maybe on the weekends, then that'll be a good place to start. If you want to include one healthy meal every single day. That's a great thing you could start off with as well. If you want to include a walk, or if you just want to pick up on one activity that will allow you to relieve stress, these are great places to start. So it might be worth considering doing that in your life, because over time, these habits that you build up to take care of your health and strive to be more productive, they're not just good for your body, they can actually change your life. Let me know in the comment section which of these elements you found to be most useful and which one you would like to incorporate into your life, because I'd really like to know, so feel free to leave them down below. I really hope that this video has given you an insight and just helped you to see productivity in a different way and start to build the foundation for it, because without this, no productivity will actually happen in your life. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care.